Thank you for tuning into the My Positive Perspective Internet show today, where we feature individuals and groups who share the common goal of improving the local Charleston community. Today's episode is brought to you by Vistaprint, who reminds you that first impressions are always important. Today's guest is Stephanie Kennan. So how you doing, Stephanie?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. And you're involved with a group called Warriors for Cataract.
Warriors on Cataract.
On Cataract. Can
Yes.
you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So it's an organization that takes wounded warriors on really different trips. And some of these trips are snowboarding trips or skiing trips. The typical person that's going on these trips, obviously a wounded warrior, a lot of amputees, gunshot victims, that type of thing. This particular trip, I've been invited to be part of the support crew. It's female only. So these are female veterans who are going on this trip, and it's a 4-day rafting trip down the Colorado River. Okay. And we're meeting in Moab, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Good. Well, what are some of these disabilities these wounded warriors suffer from?
So, like I said, the men, most of them is post-traumatic stress disorder, amputees, that type of thing, more physical wounds that have continued on throughout their lives, and post-traumatic stress, that's really, really tough. A lot of the females have been victims of sexual assault in a combat zone. So they've never had a female-only event, and so this will be the first one, and the whole entire crew is females except for the organizer, and then obviously all of the participants are females. So my mom is actually doing this with me. My mom is a part of the support crew with me.
Nice little mother-daughter bonding time.
Yes.
Good. Well, I also know that a lot of times when these sexual assaults happen, these females, one of the things they lose the most is their confidence and self-esteem. How does this activity kind of reinvigorate that lost confidence they have?
Well, one, it's a physical challenge, right? So anytime you get physical, that helps to boost a certain part of your confidence, and then just really connecting the women and letting them know that they're not alone. And that's really, really, really important. They're not alone. It's happened to several of them, and then they join forces to really have these amazing bonds and support each other outside of the rafting event too.
I'm sure they do. And when I was in the hospital doing my therapy after my car accident, I met some amazing people who were in worse situations than me, and I'm sure that holds true in this sort of situation where they're all in similar situations. One may be worse off than another, but they help each other by talking.
Yes. That's
great.
Really what it is.
Great. And if someone out here sees this video and says, "Hey, this sounds great. I really need this in my life. I really need this to help me heal from what has happened," how would they get involved?
So we can include the link. It's warriorsOnCataract.org, but we'll include that in the bottom comment section for the YouTube video. They are still looking for wounded female veterans. It's kind of hard to reach out and touch every single person. There's not just like a network where you just sign up and say, "Hey, this happened to me." So this is their first year of doing females only, but I have the feeling it's going to continue on to do it females only. So that contact information will be in the notes. And then he is full for volunteers this time around, but again, if they continue to do it in the future, I'm sure they're going to need more volunteers as well.
Sure, and I'm certainly sure that none of these events happen without funding. So I'm sure you're always looking for donations.
Always looking for donations. That information can be found on the website as well. Always looking.
Well, it certainly sounds like an outstanding cause, a necessary cause. Unfortunately, this is one of the tragedies of war, really, is that the stress level gets up and the confusion rates gets up, and then you're away from your families, and then you're in a foreign place, and it's very tragic that these things happen, but I think it's great that you're doing something to try to help uplift them.
Yeah.
and realize that it's not that the tragedy happens, it's how you react to the tragedy.
Right.
And that's what the My Positive Internet show really tries to do, is get everybody out there to understand that the tragedy is a part of life. And tragedies happen, but how you react to that tragedy is what shapes you as a person, not that the tragedy happened to you.
Right, yeah. So whenever you meet somebody else who has been through a similar situation, you really can help each other. Like you said, uplift each other. And it's interesting how this came about. I've been looking for some way to give back. I am a veteran myself. I was in the Navy for 6 years.
Wow.
And I really was even looking for a women's organization to help out with disabled veterans. So it's interesting. It just happened to appear right in front of me, really. So I'm really looking forward to being able to give back.
Great. Well, I think things happen in life to us for a reason, and it sounds like you were meant to be doing this and giving back to the other veterans.
Yeah.
So great. That sounds great, Stephanie. Well, best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for tuning in to My Positive Perspective. Have a great day.
On a sunny day, I feel my thoughts drift away. Only good vibes and good times living in my brain. On a sunny day, catch me lamping in the shade, feeling so fine and so high. Oh, my sunny day, still I hope all my efforts will one day pan out. Love within, you'll never be without. So I roll, feeling strong and so invincible.